Hello, good evening, Twin Minds here. Hey Zyron, welcome. We are back at Farming Simulator 19, and we're getting close to winding down on Ravenport. So, a couple things have happened since we were last here. I need to join. So, when we were last here, we sold off field number 4. And then field 11 was getting close to being ready to harvest. So now we are harvesting it. I did start that just a little bit. Hi, Sparkle! And also, I did a mowing of this field. Now, this is something I'm actually testing, because I do believe I've heard people say that you can just leave the clippings and wait for it to be ready to mow again, and just... Where am I going? Ah. Left my controller plugged in, and apparently it had a very slight tilt to it. That's fine. But yes, you can leave the clippings down and then wait for it and mow it again, and you'll just have another pile of clippings on top. So, I wanted to give that a shot, because that'll basically double our harvest from this thing. As you can see, the Lamborghini did just fine doing its first mowing. It's gotten plenty green, and hopefully it will get even more green through the next run. So I need to get over to field 11 and restart that. This is sunflowers, so this is the first and only time we're doing sunflowers on this map at least. But I wanted to do that just to at least use our pink header one more time here. Hey Ninja, welcome. I'm doing fine, Zyron. How about you? Alright, and I think I'm done doing jobs. I did a couple more jobs in my off time, just to pass the time and get some stuff done. Nothing else is really calling out to me all that much. And there's not all that much left to do. Hey, thank you for that follow. Appreciate that. Also, I'm noticing that that sound didn't work. Thank you for the reminder that my sound didn't work. One moment here. Okay, that'll hopefully work. Also, you may notice background light is a little bit whiter than usual. I did replace my light bulbs, and we'll see how well that looks. I think it's looking a little bit better at least. Previously it was a little bit yellowed out. Never did care for the soft yellow look. Alright, I need to grab this. Here. This is a different variety of black gold. This is the sunflower variety of black gold versus the canola variety of black gold. Kitten! Hello, kitten. Squirmy kitten. And okay. Alright, so that's going to keep on going. And then pretty much all that's left to do is finish this harvest, wait for just a little bit longer for the trees on 14 to grow, and hopefully do one more harvest on here. So I need to speed up the time ever so slightly to get that started a little bit, but I do need to keep an eye on 11 to make sure it doesn't wither on me. Now, as far as what's left, we have plenty of vehicles left. This is going to be used for, in fact, now that I'm speaking about things, I'm going to go ahead and move the stuff over to field 14 that is going to be used for the harvest, or the tree culling. So we'll get this thing moved over there first. And it'll give me a little bit better of an idea of what else I am able to sell. You know, this thing is not too terribly easy to drive when the thingy is up, or even partly down. Well, that's good. Adding additional depth to the game will be a good thing. Oops, turn hood. Alright, so I don't know exactly where I'm going to park my stuff yet. Probably middle of the field would be just fine, actually. I just need to get the stuff into the middle of the field. That'll do nicely. So next up, this could technically be used for stump grinding. I'm not entirely sure I would care enough to grind the stumps, because that's mostly to make way for new trees, and to make it a little bit more easy to travel around. So, kind of torn on that, but let's go ahead and bring this over there, because this will be needed. Yeah, spoiled brat nobles are a little bit too overdone. I would say it's to be avoided unless you plan on changing or correcting their character flaw at some point. Like, they can start off as a spoiled brat, but maybe some tragedy changes them. Maybe to be more sour or bitter, or maybe just enough to make them see a little bit of light in the world. Hard to say for sure, but it could be taken a lot of different ways. Or you could go Game of Thrones and start off with a spoiled brat who gets even more spoiled and more bratty until he's eventually dead. But I mean, that's the Game of Thrones method for everything. Eventually dead. Alright, got those two primary things done. I'll go ahead and move this over there. Maybe. Yeah, I'll put it over there. I may eventually have to drive it back without using it, and then just to sell it, but it'd be nice to have it over there in case there are some stumps that get in the way. I don't know what you're asking, Zaron. Alright, let me check everything stream-wise, make sure it's all good. No, I literally don't know who Balsa is. You do keep going under the assumption that I know all anime forever, like you do, and I certainly do not. I don't know who Balsa is or what it's from. I really like this JCB model. I like the asymmetric cab and the one arm on the side. It's just nifty. Wait, is this your own story? Because if it's your own story, I know even less about it. How have I managed to cross this track 6 times already tonight and not seen the train? Did I break the train somehow? That's a little bit odd. Usually the trains get in my way at every turn. Park in somewhere. Doesn't particularly matter where at the moment, I suppose. Hey, there's the train. Hey, buddy, missed you. Oh, poo. I almost managed to train hop on that one. Okay. So we have the fertilizer that's left, so I'm going to go ahead and move this towards the shop, getting ready to be sold. Huh. I have never heard of that one. Moribito's Guardian Spirit. Yeah, haven't heard of it. How classic are we talking? We are talking... Wait. That is from 2007. It makes me really sad that you consider 2007 to be classic anime. Okay, where is the white tractor? Aha! Here's the white tractor. That's right, I was still selling bales. So bales, 143. That'll do. Still not the best price I've ever seen, but it will do. Zyron, 2007 wasn't even 12 years ago. Even if you're 12 years old, that's barely classic. It may have the feel of a classic and the feel of a classic masterpiece, but it's only 12 years old. It's not that old. Hey, Doc. There's a couple reasons for that. First reason being that I didn't want my announcements to be too massive. It's already pretty massive with the way Twitch takes up a lot of space whenever it does the embed link. And if I had Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube in there, it would be like a page and a half long. The other reason is that when YouTube is live, for me at least, the quality is pretty atrocious. Like, it never appears to be live at 1080p, and I didn't really feel comfortable advertising that lower quality. Which is one of the other reasons I'm debating on taking YouTube off of my streaming list entirely. How you doing tonight, Doc? I just finished watching your first Oxenfree video. Very nice. Looking forward to more of that. I am still moderately okay with Restream. I'm still holding that mental debate, trying to figure out what I want to do. I probably should stop time. Stop time? Stop it. Awesome. Did stuff, and now it's time to chill. That's the way to be. Dope. And here I am causing property damage. know. It is a lot of bales. It was over 300 bales, and the price never was going up, so I never felt comfortable selling them, so I just kept storing them until the prices were okay. Kitten, what are you doing? Kitten has decreed it is time to play. No, you actually have to bring it to me. Or just get head pets, that works too. Head pets works as well. Alright, before I take this, I need to go over here and get this thing emptied. I'm sure it's a good series, and I'll make an attempt to see it eventually. My to-watch list is incredibly long. But it still pains me that you consider that classic. Just ow. It hurts me to my age. That's what I said, Doc. And then Zyron described it as a classic anime that aired on Toonami. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. Except for it's only 12 years old. Still hurts me. Still hurts me deeply to my core. Alright. What is the great demand? Great demand is wheat. It's actually pretty good great demand. But I am not selling wheat. I am selling sunflowers. And sunflower prices are... I don't know, because I've never sold sunflowers before, so... no idea if that's good or not. In fact, I'm going to have to resort to checking my list to see if that is a good price. According to here, sunflower, good price, average price is 2,000. And we're at 2,000 right now. So, not spectacular. According to this one, sunflower average price is also about 2,000. Okay. Well, at least they align with each other. That's good. Not so good that the prices align with each other to be average. I could do better than that. Now, both of these 1800s are on the rise, so they may go up above. So I'll have to keep an eye on those as we finish harvesting this this plot here. Meanwhile, how's the grass? If I hold this right here, I should be able to see when the grass is ready to grow. So, let's see. I was back over here, transporting bales. Is that the premise of ReZero, or is that something else? Because that's a premise of a couple anime I've seen. Not the ninja part, but transported to a fantasy kingdom, yes. Okay, so another stack of bales is sold. It's the fastest tractor I have. And because there's so much weight on the back, the only other tractors that I could get would be more powerful tractors, which tend to be slower anyway. This one tops out at 53 kph. The fastest tractor is 75, I think? What is the fastest tractor? It's 70. Not yet, Demos. We're getting close. We're on probably the second to the last. There we go. Probably the second to the last run on this map. Sparkles was here earlier. She said hi, and then I haven't heard from her since. So I don't know if she ran off to grab food or something like that. Yes, Doc. I'm selling off everything that I don't immediately need. So last couple streams I've been selling off bits and pieces here and there. Right now I'm selling off all of the bales. I'm keeping the equipment needed to harvest all of the trees on field 14, which we'll be passing shortly here so you can see it. And then I have my mowing equipment down south to do one more final mowing and baling to sell that stuff. So this is my field 14 of trees. Once they're fully grown, which will be shortly, hopefully tonight, I'll be able to start harvesting those. Because that's estimated $1 million worth of trees, so I don't really want to leave it behind. Each of those trees is... Let me think. Each of those trees is worth in the neighborhood of 7,000 to 10,000, and there's 100 of them. So, yes. Sounds kind of like everyone's finally relaxing today. No, don't collapse. Collapsing is bad for my soul. I don't have flex tape nor an underwater situation that needs it. You are correct, Doc, and I'm going to be doing some of it off stream. Right now I'm mostly waiting for other stuff to happen, so I figured I would take care of this while I'm waiting. So yeah, this is about ready to need another run. And Doc, that's actually the other reason that my mowing situation is down south. So the spot that I'm selling all of these bales at, it's all the way down here where I've been delivering them to, and all of the grass and the mowing that is actually quite profitable. It was happening a lot up north. I don't know if you ever saw when I did. I've done a couple trips of baling up here, and one up here. And the sell point is all the way down here. So the problem with that is back and forth so many times, as you're seeing with just even traveling to here, is painful. The one up here took like 8 hours to finish doing, just because there's so much frickin' back and forth. So all of my mowing is now down here, immediately next to the sell point. It's just, right now, I'm dealing with all that excess. This is the most efficient transport, yes. 16 bales at a time. I can do up to 40-ish bales at a time, but that is a long stacking process, and the trailer that those bales are on ends up being very, very tip prone, and then I will most likely tip it. And yeah, I did it once. I did 40 bales at a time once. I tipped it once. It took me a half an hour to upright it again. It was terrible. So this is the safest, quickest route. Demo, so you're trying to say that Flex is responsible for the 737s? Because that's kind of sad. Okay, those are still going up, that's still going up, all is good. Say nothing. Okay, okay. Plausible deniability, I got it. Actually, let's just reverse, I guess. You are stopped. Okay. I must have missed the message up at the top there. Has there been any more coming out about what's happening with that model? Okay, so that's got a little ways to go before I need to make another trip. I need to stop looking at the contracts, honestly, because I really shouldn't be taking anymore. Let's see. So this could technically get sold. This could probably get sold. Hello, kitty. This could probably get sold, but I can't really move it until the thingy over there is done. This could probably get sold, but I might keep it for the wood transport. This can get sold. Okay, let's sell a couple things. Alright, this is my faithful, trusty fertilizer that has made me probably about 3 million in total. So, thank you, and goodbye. This can also get sold, so I'll do that. Yeah, repair first, then sell. It's not a huge difference, but it does technically increase the total sell value. Come on. Come on, in with you. Stop being a turd. No, I don't want to sell that. There we go. So repair is 178. It is worth 45,496 and 178. I can't math right now. Can't math right now. Someone math that quick. And the total is 45,710. So I know that the total final sell value is more. It's just not significantly more. But it's still worth doing. Probably a couple $100 profit. Alright, and then this thingy can also get sold. Because I'm done fertilizing my crops. And I'm done weeding my crops. It is very weird, yes. I keep thinking I'll need it someday. I'll want to keep it around just in case I want to use it some more. And then I realize that I'm not going to be doing that. So yes, no, this is really weird. This is. Because I have been doing this specific farm on this specific map for quite some time. But I am also looking forward to getting a fresh start, so there's a little bit of that there too. Okay, so these two things are for logging. That thing I can't sell. Okay. I think that's it for now. I could potentially sell off the red tractor, but I think I want that to be the last thing to go. Because it was about the first thing I purchased, so I think it's only fair that it's the last thing left on the farm. Alright, so this is not full yet, but I do want to tap out the back of this thing because there's only about 9,000 liters worth of room. So I don't believe it's time to sell just yet. But the sunflower prices are going up, so all I have to do is store it right here. It's literally right here. And then once the prices go somewhere above 2,000, I will come back and ferry it all to wherever it needs to go. I probably should start preparing the Felsbrunn map, because I'll have to do stuff like, I'll need to start on easy mode, and then I'll have to sell off all of the assets that easy mode starts you with, because it also starts you with like 10 or 20,000 liters of each crop, just to give you additional starting cash, and it starts you off with like a harvester, a couple tractors, that kind of stuff. So I want to sell off all the assets, and then get ready to inject my own cash into it. And I also want to do a little bit of browsing. Maybe we can do that tonight to see kind of where we want to set up. So if anyone's interested in rebrowsing in Felsbrunn to prepare for figuring out where we're going to park, I'm okay with that. Yeah, so there's easy, medium, and hard as far as market price difficulty. But then also, easy mode starts you off with 3 tractors, a harvester, a cultivator, a seeder, some small stuff, but not really remarkable stuff. But still, starts you off with quite a few things, and it starts you off with 3 small fields, 2 or 3 small fields, I don't remember for sure, and a few buildings, a couple sheds, that kind of stuff. Medium starts you off with buildings, I believe, but no vehicles. Easy starts you off with $100,000 in cash. Medium starts you off with $1 million in loans, I believe. And then hard starts you off with nothing but like $500,000 in cash, I think it is. Where was I? I was over here. Aha! I'm choosing easy because the way that the building and stuff works in the game, I'd much rather start off at least with the farmhouse and the shed structures, because placing them after the fact can be quite difficult. Now, we could potentially go in and see if the land is flat enough to build on, and then maybe start on hard. But primarily, I want the building structures, and I want the easy market. Because on hard, the market prices are so atrocious that we'd never gain any ground. I can't fathom anyone wanting to play on hard mode, honestly. I tried it out when I first started this map, and I quickly changed that because I was literally spending hours getting a couple $1,000 bucks. And it would have literally taken me until now to be able to afford even another medium tractor, in all reality. So just for the sake of expediency and for feeling like there's actual progress, I want the easy market. We could try normal market if we want to see it take longer and all that, but I don't know. I always felt like progress was more fun to watch. Oh yeah, even on easy mode, the numbers are kind of staggering. If you look at field 4, which is the one that we bought, it's 811,000, 812 basically. Each harvest of this field was somewhere around 220-ish total value of output. So it still would have taken 4 full harvests of this to pay off the value of it. This value does not change in normal or hard, but you get a quarter or less of the actual total value. So it's pretty brutal. And if I were to look at some numbers here, just out of curiosity, say for example we planted soybean, which is a decent cash crop, we would make on easy we would make about 250,000. On normal we would make about half that, so roughly 125,000. On hard we would make about 70,000. It's really, really bad on hard. And I get that's the point. It's freaking hard. But still. You know, oddly enough, no, I didn't start paying for Pretzel, but I did notice a few weeks ago that they stopped doing the announcements. I don't know why. I have chosen not to ask about it in case it's a bug. I didn't see any notice in their Discord about them changing that policy or anything like that, so I'm kind of assuming it's a bug. I'd rather not draw attention to myself. Exactly. So the funny thing is I originally banned the Pretzel bot from my Mixer channel because they were announcing in both channels. They were announcing in both Twitch and Mixer. And I figured Twitch had the Pretzel integration, so it was only fair that Twitch got to announce the Pretzel songs. But since it stopped working, I haven't dug into it any deeper. Maybe their Pretzel bot got a few too many reports for spam, perhaps. Who knows? Is this still a good price, by the way? It is still a good price. Yes, so Pretzel is a free service. And previously, their free service was music, and that was it. Just free, royalty-free music. But then they decided that they needed to get a little bit more income, so they started enforcing announcements in chat for each song, which was very annoying. And you would have to pay for premium service to stop those announcements. But something has stopped those announcements from happening without me paying for it. I am not doing premium streaming that I'm aware of. Not entirely sure I know the question. Alright, So, where are we with... Can't look right now because I'm driving. There we go. Alright, so we are ready to go. So, let me get up this hill. I mean, if you're interested, Pretzel is, as far as I'm aware, one of the best options. Monster Cat is the only other one, and Pretzel also uses Monster Cat, so Pretzel is like Monster Cat plus other stuff. But beyond that, if you know of other services, by all means let me know, because I am very much starting to hear the same Pretzel songs over and over again, and I'm sure there's only so much more everyone will be able to take of that. Whoops. Turn too hard. So the biggest challenge, Demos, is royalty-free. Royalty-free streaming is the harder part. So the thing that Pretzel offers that I haven't seen from any other service is if you stream on YouTube or if you put the music in your YouTube videos, Pretzel offers an automatic exemption from the Content ID system, so there will be no flagging of your videos for any copyrighted music, because Pretzel takes care of that through an opt-in system. So as long as you're signed up and registered with Pretzel, they whitelist your YouTube channel so that you don't get flagged for any copyright infringement, or for any content claims, or for anyone trying to monetize your videos for their own purposes. Right. So that's the biggest and hugest advantage to Pretzel that I have seen so far. Because when I first started, Pretzel still didn't have that Content ID system in place entirely, and people were still attempting to claim Pretzel's music. And Pretzel has gone through significant pains to make sure that that's not going to happen anymore. Okay, so I need to go up here. Well, so that's part of why the announcements were supposed to happen in chat, because they do have license agreements with some of their various people like Monster Cat, and one of those agreements was that if they're not going to have like on-screen advertisement, then they have to have advertisement in some other way. So the in-chat announcements of the current song playing with a link to Pretzel was kind of their way through that agreement, so that they can keep offering the service. I don't know all of the details, but it is baffling that they can offer it for free. And in all fairness, I was actually ready to throw the money until they implemented the mandatory spam, and that offended my sensibilities. So, but if they have taken back that method, like enough complaints have come through, then, you know, maybe I'd be willing to do that again. Alright, so how are we doing on prices? The hay is still stable. The silage is still going up, and that's a good sign because it's still going to take me a while to get silage ready to sell. The sunflowers still going up, but it's definitely slow because I'm currently on slow mo for speed. I wanted to get this done before I sped up at all. Okay. Let's go back to bales. No! Hate when that happens. About getting all stuck up and everything. Actually, I am reminded, am I still on a specific channel? I am on. I've been stuck on the upbeat channel for quite some time. I think I will switch over to Pretzel All Tracks. Just to up the variety. Oh dear. Well, I've got to collapse. And you know, funny you mention that. How's that? Friggin' bale. Friggin' bale. Hooray! Dope! Ah, that's right, it is clipping. That's right, I changed... I could shrinkify it a little bit. I forgot I added more stuff since I had Now Playing on here. What about Shrinky-Doo? It's a little bit small, but not terrible. I'll have to redo that at some point. Can I, for the love of God, get off of this friggin' barrel? Bale, not barrel. I have it set up kind of custom. I'll have to fiddle with it a little bit more, but I can adjust the width of it. Yeah. I have the whole Now Playing thing set up as a single scene with static text for Now Playing in one color and then the scrolling text in a different color, which means I have to go switch over to that scene to change the size and width and all that. Say what? Jiggle what? Nope, so I just have the scene, like the Now Playing text and the scrolling text. I just have that as an individual scene, and then I have the scene itself added to my primary gaming scene. So I can turn off the Now Playing part at a whim. I don't have to worry about changing scenes or anything like that. I just have to turn that one piece off. But to edit the scene, I have to go switch over. So I have the scene added as a source. That's how it's actually accomplished. So I have the now playing scene set up with 2 different components, and then I have the now playing scene with those 2 components added as a single source on my current scene for now playing. Streaming is hard. It really is. There's a lot to think about. I currently have 9 scenes set up. My face cam is actually a scene as well, because it was really difficult to line up the camera and the border. So I have the camera and the border set up as a separate scene, and then that is added as a source in my current scene, so that I can resize both the border and the camera in one shot without having to worry about realigning them. Because I had the border and the camera set up as separate sources in my scene previously, and every time I wanted to change the size of the camera, I had to change the size of the border, and then fiddle with it, and then all that fun stuff. So yeah, I can move myself around, quick click and drag. So if there's something that you're not seeing on the UI, for example, I'll move my camera a little bit. It's currently where it's at right now because it has been a pretty good spot for most games. Like right now, I'm not covering up any UI elements. Almost every other game, if I'm covering up a UI element, has been very minor. But yeah, I could pop myself down on top of the kph meter. I could throw myself on the other side and cover up the minimap if I wanted to. I mean, I could totally do that. Alright. Middle. Big. Little. Ow. Not little enough. Slightly littler. That'll do for now. Littler? Now you've made me forget what size my face was. I have hazel eyes, actually. They just change a lot based on the light. And the glasses reflect a lot, too. That's about right, yeah. Somewhere in there. Tried to keep it roughly the same size as one of the UI elements. Two pixels too much to the right. I mean, I disagree. I think it's actually 2 pixels too far to the left, but, you know, to each their own, I suppose. Alright, that's just about done. How are we doing on the grass? Not yet. I mean, Doc, you've got a better eye for visuals than me, so I'd have to trust you on that one. Right. There. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Alright, I'm gonna park myself there so as not to get hit by the train. Then I gotta take over the harvester and clean up all of the leftover bits. Heck yes, pink tips. Black and pink was widely voted as the most awesome color combination. Why are you green? I don't know why you're green. Sparkle had a say in it, for sure. But no, there was multiple people on that night. And multiple people voted for black and pink. And then I threw in the idea that there is also a K-pop band called Blackpink, so I was all on board as well. Alright, let's see. What else are we missing? Missing that section. Good, good. Those beauty mods do make it look good. Hey, Polar Plays! Welcome. I'm the military man? I was not aware of this. No, actually, I generally try to avoid military games, honestly. I'm not a huge fan of the past or modern military game genre. I don't know what that is, to give you an example of how little I pay attention to Army-type games. I know of Arma 3. I don't know what Arma 3 Zeus is. Alright, so Field 8 is not mine, but there is most likely going to be a contract very soon to harvest it, and it would be a significant cash payout. Upwards of about 100,000. So, I am tempted to wait for it. If it comes up while I'm waiting to do other things, I will take it. And I'll do it in my off time. So I'm going to park this thing right here. And if that job comes up, I'll be ready to start. Meanwhile, how's the prices of stuff looking? Getting there. So I'm going to go ahead and drop off what's left of this. I still don't entirely know what you're talking about, Amos. Just putting that out there. You are speaking a militaristic language that is foreign to me. Right, crows come out of the ground. Didn't you know that's where baby crows come from? Oh, hey. I can see under. Alright, so that's done. I'm going to leave this thing here, though, because it's pretty much immediately going to get filled for selling as soon as that, as soon as those prices come up. So I'm going to leave that here. Right. So let me save quick, and I'm going to check the save game files to see how the trees are coming along. .989. So they are just shy of done. And since we're not really waiting on anything else anymore... Oh, by the way, I'm going to sell Field 11, because we're done with it. Hooray! I'm now done with Field 11. I have $3,664,000. So, that's awesome. And I'm going to have more cash. Huh. So it's basically D&D for Army nerds. I mean, I can get on board with that. Just the idea of it in general. That reminds me of the Neverwinter Nights game. That has a DM controlled scenario that you can build up for the players, and then you can throw various monsters at them and stuff. Oh yeah, what you're describing is totally a DM driven role playing scenario, like straight up D&D for Army nerds. Okay, I think we need to clean up some of this here. So I need to bring over the white tractor for that. We'll leave that here. And just in case anyone is unclear, when I say Army nerds, that is meant in no way in disrespect. Being a nerd these days is basically something to be proud of. I know someone at work had a poster up on their wall of all of the various types of nerds, and it was basically just the same character over and over again dressed up in different outfits. And each one of those outfits was a various nerd of some kind. So there was the Star Wars nerds, there was the Star Trek nerds, there was the LARPing nerds, there was the model train set nerds, the Warhammer figure painting nerds. There was like an array of like 50 of them. But yeah, I'll see if I can find that for you. But basically, anyone who is obsessed with a specific topic or a specific genre is essentially a nerd of that genre. They are deeply knowledgeable about that genre or that topic, and they tend to devote significant chunks of their life to it. It just previously that nerd was either, you know, specifically fantasy and sci-fi types, or, you know, like math and science nerds, that kind of thing. You are 100% an aerospace nerd, absolutely. And you know, back in the late 80s, early 90s, when I was going to school, nerd and geek were, you know, some of the worst insults, and they would keep you at arm's length to pretty much any society except for your own kind. Well, now it's cool to be a nerd and a geek, and there is nothing wrong with it whatsoever, and it's generally something to be proud of. Okay, so this goes here. Oops. This goes here. I need to go this way. Whoa, whoa, I'm hooked on that. I need to grab this, because I never frickin' used it. This I pretty much never used either. No, actually I need this. I need this. Never mind. Can't sell that yet. So we'll put that there for now. That's one of the hazards of selling off all my stuff a little bit early, is that may or may not be selling stuff I end up needing. So I have to think about it. Puppy. Hi, puppy. Good puppy. Okay. That's fine. Yep. Good hunting dog eats fast and is ready for action again. I have absolutely no idea what type of dog that is. Okay, so what's next? I've sold 11. 8 still has not offered a harvesty job. So all that's left is the grass mowing and the tree cutting. So I need to jack up speed a little bit. Let's go sit and watch grass grow, shall we? Actually, might as well go full speed. Also, I should keep an eye out for field 8. That'd be kind of awesome. 8 still has not asked to be harvested. Is that grass ready? I can't actually tell. I don't think it is. It looks a little bit short. Because this is the height that I'm expecting. And this is the current height of the field. The only challenge is that grass does not have a listing. It does not show you when it's ready to be harvested. Or rather, it does, but it always shows you it's ready to be harvested, rather than giving you some sort of growth indication. So you kind of have to watch it and see when it's ready. I could make 11,000, but I'm not worried about that. Uh-oh, it has become night. I mean, generally, if the grass is not coming up to the middle of the camera, it's not ready to grow. It's not ready to harvest yet. All right, so if we save and I go check the tree again, the trees are listed as 1.0, which means they should be done growing. So the trees are done. So what I can do is I can start harvesting trees. Is 8 ready yet? Nope, they still don't want me to harvest 8. Alright, that's fine. So we'll go ahead and turn that to real time for now. Farming is hardcore. Didn't you know this, Doc? Farming is hardcore, and the song must match it. Alright, God, that tree is long. That is a really tall tree. Alright, so trees are done. Trees are done. In fact, let me check just to make sure all of them are done, because I do have 100 trees here, and I did plant them at different rates. Yes, tree number 101 through 202 are ready to go. Okay, so now the tree choppy. I think... Tell you what, since I haven't done it very much, let's sleep the night. I built this farmhouse and this entire nifty little corner of the world here, and I like it. And by the way, I'm not deleting the save. I'm going to keep this around in case I want to come back to it. But I built this nifty little corner of the world, and I have slept in this house twice. So we're sleeping. And that will get us to daytime so we can work in the light. That will also get the grass growing more. And that's it. There's nothing else left on the farm to worry about. And the chickens. I guess I should probably take a look at the chickens quick. Chickens are at 94% and 45% cleanliness. Okay, that's fine. They have a lot of food in there. Like, there's basically a whole bunch of cash that's gonna get wasted here, because I don't think I can recover that food. So I can't pull out. It would be in the neighborhood of $50,000 worth of food, but alas. All right, sleepy time. What time is it? It is currently, what is that? 9:25 p.m. No. Yes. Yes. Sorry. Military time is still a little bit off for me. So 9:25 p.m. I need to sleep for 9 hours? Because I need it to be 6:30 in the morning, roughly. We're selling off all of our assets, and this will be the first time that the farmer will have slept for a decent night's sleep in a very long time. Typical farmer. Yeah. Aha! Alright, so I'm going to clean up after the chickens. Because they are at ridiculously low cleanliness. They are really dirty chickens. They just kick all of their feed everywhere. It's really obnoxious. This is technically the drop-off point for the food. So as long as you're dropping it in this region, it dumps it into the thing. So you're technically dropping it into their food trough. But the chickens also kick the food back out again and cause a mess. So yes, it's weird. It's kind of weird how they accomplish that, but oh well. I mean, the fact that they have us taking care of them at all, I believe, is a step up from previous games. I think previous games, all you had to do was feed them, and that was it. That, however, did not work. Why did that one not work? These are the black chickens. So black chickens should have worked just fine. I don't know why that didn't work. That's not working at all. Fascinating. I think these chickens are broken. Well, surprisingly enough, this is working, so I'm going to go with it. All right. Hooray, that worked. Alright, so that will essentially be the last time I clean up after the chickens, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and plop this onto the cart over there. I will need this one next for whenever I move the chicken cartons of eggs. There we go. Those are words I was thinking of. Oh my, that's a lot of eggs. No one minds a little bit of airborne eggs. Doc, how's that for immersion for you? Got to get them stacked on that pallet. That one did not work. God damn it. There we go. That one also didn't work. Well then, clearly my aim is off. Problem is, if you don't do it just right, it breaks your ability to click stuff and I'll have to relaunch. So I'm trying to be very careful with it. You have to drag them away so that the hitbox does not hit it. There we go. Uh-oh, I think that one might have grabbed it from me. Okay, good. It didn't. Hooray! So all the eggs are in there. Chicken's cleanliness are all 100% now. Except for that one, which is delayed on the tick. That's fine. Okay, so trees. Actually, I want to check the grass quick to see if that did grow enough. It appears to have grown enough. Perfect. Come back to that after a few trees. Alright, so I think, just for funsies, I want to rent the new piece of equipment. I want to rent one of these. I might rent the small one for now. Nah, we'll rent this one. There we go. Alright, so this is the tree cutting machine that's going to make it easier to delimb the trees and to cut them into 6-meter lengths. Currently it is set to 1 meter, 6 meters, there we go. I would have never even considered the need to do a texture for that ball. What are you changing it to? Okay. You know, I really wish these things were faster. But the general premise is that if you need these to go somewhere faster, you put them on a flat loader. Alright, let me take a look. Okay. I'm curious how that's going to turn out once it's actually on an nav ball. Alright, so I'm going to start from the two ends here, just to do it. Okay, so how do I drive this thing? Let's rotate that. That's out. Okay, that makes sense. I need to turn on the harvester. There we go. So we're still at 6 meter lengths. Forward. Tree is too thick for this machine, eh? How do I... Aha! Alright, so then we hit that button. And then do that some more. We have those little nubbins. Okay. Good to know. Don't know why exactly that's bouncing the thing like that, but whatever. Let's do this. Close enough. There we go. Sort of. That didn't work at all. So these little stumplets are going to have to go elsewhere. I am very curious why that didn't work for some of these. They're supposed to be delimbed entirely. But every once in a while, they don't work. I have not decided on when to start that yet, but I am seriously considering doing that. I kind of threw it out as sort of a joke before, but with both you and Sparkle saying that you'd be okay to see it, I might actually do it. Doc, if you're still there, do you have a theory or a thought on that? Come on. There we go. There we go. On My Summer Car. It is an interesting game. I'm not entirely sure I know how to describe it. There's a bit of car mechanic simulator in it. There's a bit of life/job simulator in it. Come on. Come on. Alright, fine. Tree doesn't want to work. Tree doesn't want to work at all. Fine. Fine. Actually, that was pretty good right there. I don't know exactly why this tree is being so janky. Alright, Demos, have yourself a good night. You know, something's up with these trees. And the fact that they're not getting rid of their branches like they should. I don't know what's up with that. Not sure why the trees are doing that. sure this is the right angle. But you know what? I'll grab it. There we go. That's working pretty good. So this one properly delimbed. Don't know why the others didn't. You did. You missed Demos almost. You missed him entirely. Ah, I see. Ninja nap attacks are definitely a rampant problem. I like it. I like playing with these things. Can I? This is just a rental to get this done quicker and more efficiently. But it is a tale of things to come in Grizzly. Although I still don't know why it's doing that. So it could potentially load. The biggest problem is that physics tend to go absolute wacky, and the attempt to load ends up either shooting other logs off of the truck, or shooting the truck itself, or, you know, other oddities. So I tend not to want to do chopping and loading at the same time. It can be done, and I've seen it be done, but it's inconsistent because of the physics, and it tends to cause problems sometimes. Alright, so let's pull this in. Let's do that. These trees keep getting stuck on the railroad tracks, by the way. Not yet. I'm expecting it to at some point. I've been at least attempting to time it for right after train passes. Got that. I have never tried it on the Kirby trees, honestly, but it is designed for long, straight trees. Okay. So, I need to cut off that thingy, and I need to cut off that thingy. But I do like running these machines. They are fun to play with, and they're very efficient at getting logs cut quickly to the right size and relatively neatly piled. Oh, probably not very well at all, honestly. I might be able to get some play out of the wheel loader, though, because it does handle larger piles pretty well. Stop that. Usually when that stick is missed, the top limb also gets missed. Yep, there it is. Graphics card is a 1080 Ti. Where was that branch? There it is. Also, welcome, Trucking Channel. Alright, so I'm going to at least attempt a little bit of loading. And Sparkle, you're welcome to come anytime you'd like. There are plenty O trees to be had. Oh, right, new laptop. Do you not have your old gaming method still available? Also, I'm curious how many trees this was, because I wasn't counting. Let us see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trees. I didn't even do an even 10. Alright, so let's go over to the wheel loader and see how much we can actually grab with that thing. Aside from the fact that that went a little bit wonky because the hook that's on the top of this thing is a little bit too upright. That went alright. Well, Sparkle, if you don't want to download all these mods again, I could give you the potential list of upcoming Grizzly mods. I have not done the Fells Run mod list yet. And then you can at least get a head start on those. Totally up to you. I do have a ton of work to do. You are correct. Okay. Come on. Come on. There we go. Here quick. Here. Okay. Alright, so the other grabbing method is top down. So let's try that next. That is not a very effective top-down grabbing method. Alright, I'm going to go back to the scooping method, because that appears to be the most effective. I personally have never been able to laptop game. I have tried. I have had multiple laptops that were at least semi-gaming worthy. Never get used to the control methods. Well, that was terrible. Doc, the crane thing, and I'm going to have to use it right now because I just screwed up everything. The crane thing can only manage like one log at a time, whereas the wheel loader can usually do 3, if not 4 or 5, depending on the load grab. So this thing tends to be very inefficient. But since I just screwed everything up, I'm going to have to make it more efficient. Yeah, no, you're right. You're definitely right on that one. Let go. Let go. Let go. There we go. Okay. So, I think you may be onto something, Doc. That was me, Doc. That was me, and that was one of my inspirations. As painful as it is to watch me do this, I aspire to that level. Humbug. There. Width. I mean, at least it landed in a spot where I can take care of it. Should I be taking that as a compliment or an insult, Sparkle? That would be horrifying indeed. Although, aren't eyelashes kind of sort of beards for your eyes? No, the stupidness. Stupidness. Close enough. Where did I go? There we go. A little bit of flying, never hurt any log. Let's go with that one. Got it. This is one of the challenges with using this claw, is that it does not pick up from a big pile very well. It's great at individual logs, but piles, not so much. I mean, that's fair. Nothing picks up from piles all that well. Bowl of Chinese regrets. Are you talking about the AI helpers and whatnot? They're okay, but they are a certain brand of special sometimes. I really wish that the logging and the bale moving, basically the physics objects, I wish that those were a little bit better. Because they are currently not better. I've never had them end up in a river. I think the worst that's happened is that they've that's a bump off, isn't it? The worst that's happened with my helpers has been getting stuck on traffic, and then traffic being too dumb to back up, and then it just kind of cascades downhill from there. Then again, I will say I haven't really played next to rivers, so I can't say that they wouldn't end up in a river if I gave them the opportunity. You just hate a stroke? Don't worry, Major Death Fart. I read typo. I read typo pretty well. Alright, so how do I get these? I don't, is the bottom line to that, apparently. I will get the one. Call a bondulance, he's having a strong. I know of Deutschland, but I do not speak the language. Alright, that's probably fine. Could do one more big one, I think. Okay. It's falling. It's falling. And I've lost it. Falls. Alright, let's try it again. I'll go check in a couple months when the messenger pigeon arrives. God damn it! God damn these squiggly little fingers. Fuck it, good enough. Alright. Messenger pigeon ahoy. Yep, and that's why things like Follow Me and Courseplay exist. I've heard that Follow Me is on the way. It's pending testing and approval right now. Courseplay, I know, is done. I don't know if it's been submitted. Yipe? No, 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 no. Alright, so this... Well, it might get Follow Me. I don't honestly know, but since it's been submitted to Giants for approval, if they do approve it, it is going to end up on the official in-game mod list. I just don't know if they're going to approve it for console use, because typically scripts don't always make it. But it's hard to say for sure, honestly. But it is, at the very least, going to make it into the official in-game mod list, which gives it a good chance to be available for consoles. Ack, Sparkle is assaulting me with screenshots. What's going on over here? Aha! Yeah, I really wish that there was a better way to move logs around, because I would love to be able to load all these logs into like a semi-flatbed, because then I can transport them quicker. But the current rate of this slowness, I don't really have much option here. Yeah, it is slow. But the only other option I've got is semi-trailer flatbed. And loading onto that is a little bit difficult because of the